Join me for a peek at a few of the bucks from the 2020-2021 deer season in the famed brush country along the Rio Grande River. This season, once again, was characterized by drought. In fact, we received only 1.5 inches of rain from September of 2019 all the way through to May of 2020. There was no spring green up, there were no flowers or forbs, and it was extremely hot all summer. Rough conditions for all the wildlife, and particularly impactful on whitetails, where at that time the females are trying to raise their newborn young, and of course this is a critical antler growing period for the bucks. When we first started managing on this ranch, our focus was supplemental feeding. However, it didn't take long though to figure out just how droughty this country could be. So we began to evenly develop a water system, an infrastructure of water all over the ranch for all the wildlife, including the deer. You can see here they've added great value. Not only does the water keep the animals alive during the worst of the droughts, but by distributing it all around the property, it allows animals to better utilize all the habitat, not just where the water is.
So I'm sitting here by this water trough. It's hot, it's dry. And here comes this fella, right here. Coming to get him a little drink of water. Oh, you're gonna pick the pace up some. Yeah, you come on up here, buddy, and get you some water. Oh, I don't think that's supposed to be there. I just love the spot and stalk hunting. He's about he wants him a drink of water. Nope, this isn't going to work for me. I'm going to have to run away.
With water distributed evenly around the ranch, along with supplemental feed stations available to all the deer on the property, to some degree, we're able to drought-proof the ranch. To be sure, nothing is more valuable to the property and all the wildlife therein than adequate, timely rainfall. But by providing the wildlife with water and feed, even in the toughest, driest years, we can have quality whitetails. At its simplest, as we all well know, the management principles are nutrition, age, and genetics, and I give a priority to nutrition. And speaking of age, look at this old goat here. I don't know this specific buck or his history, but you can tell by his body he's fully mature. Look at that skin under his chin. He's certainly over 6, and he could be much older. This is a scene that plays out over and over again as we're trying to video these bucks. You spot a nice buck, then there's a stalk, and you're crawling, oftentimes crawling on your hands and knees through the brush, trying to get into position. And oftentimes you get set up only to get busted as soon as you get set up and get no video. Or in this case, the buck spots you and you're able to capture 10 or 15 seconds. But what fun, getting to spend time in country that has this high quality of whitetails. It's all worth it.
Well, yeah, as I was saying, welcome to El Gato. Beautiful 12-point. First one to video this year. I wonder what's boogered him up. I don't think he's made me out. He may just sort of know something's wrong. I'm probably about 125 yards from him. Look at that. That's cooperative. He puts his head down, I'm running up some more. See what happens. There's somebody else got his attention, not me.
We've been filming the deer on this ranch since the 1990s. Over the years, we shared the video with an awful lot of different folks, sometimes with very fascinating responses. On more than one occasion, I've been asked if we use steroids to grow these deer. Well, I don't know what that is or how you would do it, but I can assure you no steroids are being used. Others have commented that a trailer must have surely just showed up from a deer breeding facility to drop off these bucks. No. And then, of course, there's the classic, and that is that these are just pen-raised deer. I guess it's challenging to believe you can grow trophy-quality whitetails without some sort of manipulation. But you can. These are wild, native, homegrown bucks resulting from an intense program focusing on nutrition and age. It's a large, lightly hunted ranch where more deer die from old age or predators than hunting. So we get a lot of big bucks on this property. And we like to show the video simply to share these magnificent whitetails and show what is possible. Plus, I can tell you all my buddies are pretty darn jazzed to get to come spend time amongst these deer. Enough of all that. Here's a cool buck. My buddy got this video from a ground blind near a feeder and water station. The buck spent all afternoon there, catch and release deer hunting. Ha! What fun!
That's a cool scene right there, isn't it? Uh-oh, I believe the rut's on. That's a mature 8-point. Nice. Already starting to get broke up a little bit. I was out actually looking for another deer, and this one popped up. Take what you can get sometimes. First thing in the morning, handsome buck. Let me see if I look through the binoculars and tell anything about his age. Good looking deer. Nice drop time. That's a pleasant view. Oh, I've been stalking this guy for like a while. Kind of out of breath. Yeah, there we go. I think he's got me now. Coyote in the background. Pretty buck in the foreground. I don't think this is going to last much longer. Not sure what I should do here. Coyote's pretty sure what to do. He's just going to booger right on off. There's a handsome one. I like it when there's skyline like that. And the wind is blowing a gale. It is just, look at the dust. He kind of sees me here. Handsome fella. Old, 7 or 8 years old. Broke a brow off. I'll walk up and see who I am. It doesn't blow me over. Let's see what he's gonna do. What you gonna do, big boy? Coming up on New Year's here. Today's December the 30th. Yep, enough of that, he says. Another nice buck. Got a little standoff going here. Let's see if we can find the other one. He's looking at something. I don't know if he's looking at a doe or find another buck. I'm going to turn the camera off a little second here and see what I can find. Oop, I think I see it. Wait a minute. He doesn't seem too happy. He's a handsome fella. Let's see, a 12 point, I think. Nice one. He certainly got something all boogered up about. Very handsome. There's nothing planted out in that field, but the natural weeds and forbs grow a lot. Also, these buffalo fields are very good for fawning, I think. And the deer like to loiter out in them. Bucks like to chase does. Just hang out. Okay, let's go see if we can find another one.
I never get tired of looking at big bucks. Like many, I spend as much time as I can during the season chasing these big guys, just hoping to get a glimpse, hoping to get a little video of one. Then, when the season's over, I'll spend all the off-season dreaming about what the bucks will look like next year. I'll watch the weather. Is it raining at the ranch? Rain's always a good thing down there. You spend time filling feeders, checking water lines, and in the springtime, of course, you go out looking for sheds. Always dreaming, thinking, hoping all the conditions will come together and one of the bucks will make that proverbial jump to superstardom. Maybe it'll be this buck right here. He's got all the right stuff. Got a big frame with long main beams, nice mass, time length is good, and got plenty of points. He's got nice width, and he's got some of those cool, non-typical kickers. He's getting into the right age class, and so you have to ask the question, will he be one of those bucks that adds 20 inches, 30 inches, or more? We saw the biggest jump in a buck this year I've ever seen when a buck added over 50 inches. Could this guy do that? It's the stuff that keeps deer hunters awake at night. This is part one. I plan on doing more videos, and some of the best is still to come. I hope you enjoy watching these bucks as much as I do.
Just had the most amazing hunt of my entire life. Mr. Rusty brought us here. We were on one lane. We saw the buck come out looking at us. He came across, Rusty called it, came and set me up over here on the next lane. I was laying prone, the buck came out. I hadn't had buck fever like this in 20 years, and he came out, got the shot. He went about maybe 20 yards, and for a minute didn't see blood at first, and anyway we had to regroup and go back and look and see where he was, and I found the blood, and he didn't go far, and I'm still in another world on the moon right now. Tremendous hunt, buck of a lifetime opportunity. It's experience of a lifetime. It doesn't get any better than this, folks. Great, very good. Thank you, Rusty.